Yo, what's going on? It's your boy DJ Zay.
Hey, yo, Swaggy T, man. You now tune in to another episode of CRTV. We back.
We back
again, man. We got another Entrepreneurs Edition today.
Yes, sir.
Like, who we got with us today?
My name is Amaya, but I go by May. Wigs By May.
Absolutely,
man.
She's definitely got like a business that's going on that's really changing things and everything. And it's kind of like we really try to spread like spotlight on like the young entrepreneurs that's really doing things and everything. So it's kind of like, you know, really want to like give you like the chance to really tell your story and kind of like how you got to doing like the business that you're doing and everything. So where does it really begin for you?
Well, when I first started, I didn't know anything about the hair industry. Like, I didn't even want to do it. Like, I didn't know anything. My hair was falling out, so I was like, I need to make me a wig. So I made my first wig, and it came out really nice. After that, everyone was just like, yo, can you please make me a wig? And I'm like, no, like, I never wanted to get in the hair industry. Like, never wanted to do hair. But after some time, like, people were just like pressing me about it. And at the time I was working at Wendy's. So I had a coworker that was in hair school. And he was telling me like, yo, you can make a lot of money if you really take it serious. Like, these girls will pay. So I thought about it. And I'm like, okay, fine. Like, I'll do it. But since I didn't know anything, I just told myself I'm just going to learn as I go. So I made up a price list. I think like the same day I posted like I'm making wigs, I got my first customer. And after that, like, I've got a customer like every 2 weeks. And I started in October of 2017. And it wasn't until March of 2018, so that's like 5 months apart. I remember I was laying down on my bed and I'm like, let me make a post on Twitter, like just like a corny post saying like, hey, like, I'm a 17-year-old wig maker, like this is what I want to do. And I remember before I posted, I'm like, I'm not gonna get any likes on it, like I'm not gonna get anything on it. But I posted it, and then the next day I went viral. And then after that, I literally like went to having no money to have like thousands of dollars the next day. Like, I blew up overnight. And after that, like, it's been consistent since. Like, I never had like a slow month, slow week. Like, it's just been consistent. But I feel like the business being consistent had a lot to do with me being consistent. So every time when people ask me like, you know, how do I get where I am, I always tell people like the biggest thing is being consistent. So since then, I literally learned as I went. Like, it was trial and error. But I've always been someone that's like, I wanted my work to look perfect, so I took my time, and I feel like that's what made me different from a lot of people. Like, every single wig that I did, I took my time on it, because I feel like when you take your time on things, like, you'll catch your mistakes and you'll learn from it. But like, even if you take your time on it, you'll like, there's a lesser chance of making mistakes. So that's how like my work got good fast, because I just took my time with it. And after that, like, just me getting big, had to do a lot with marketing. I was always interacting with my following, with my supporters. So yeah, like, since then it just blew up.
So you just gradually like kind of like build a fan base, like started on social media and everything.
Yep.
And started really kind of like see what you really started to do.
Yeah, but most importantly, I interacted with people. Like, I showed people like more of me, and I feel like that's why I blew up too, because not only was I good at work, people like me for who I am. Right. So I feel like me like showing like behind the scenes in my personal life, like, I feel like a lot of people could relate to that. So it was always them looking forward to me, and I always went on live too. So that actually helped a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, when you first like really started to begin and everything, was there kind of like people you were looking at like in the beginning, like in the hair industry, that kind of like inspired you, or it's kind of like you really just saw like a wave that you could really take over just by like seeing like a good opportunity?
That's a good question. No, I didn't follow anyone that did hair. I only followed like one person, but because like I never had this thought of like I want to have a hair business, so I didn't follow anyone that did hair. But I do remember there was a time of me like searching and wanting to get inspiration. I went on some hair page and I saw like all these stylists, and that's when I seen all these stylists, that's when I saw like, oh wow, like my work could, like, I really saw with how good other people are, and I wanted to be like that. Like I remember it was such a shock to me. Like I remember being on a school bus looking at the page and I'm like, oh my God, like, I'd never seen hair, it could go that far. So I remember like first discovering all of that, because at the time, like I said, like I didn't follow anyone. So, but other than that, like it wasn't really anyone that I looked up to, because I feel like for me to be inspired by someone and looking up to them, like I feel like I have to know them, like who they are, like even though their work may look good, like for me to look up to you, like I want to see where you started from the bottom, like started from the bottom. So no, like no one really inspired me, but I definitely did want to my work to look as good.
Put that work in behind it.
Yeah.
Takes
Like,
time.
You talk about like starting from the bottom and everything. Like you had mentioned, like you was working at Wendy's at one point. Like, what was like the transition like going from like really like 9 to 5 work to really starting like a business and really starting to work for yourself?
So I actually stayed at Wendy's for like 9 months into me doing wigs. Like I was already like well known, and I was like making way more money at the time, but I wanted to make sure that I made more money at Wendy's. Like I wanted to make sure like things were stable before I quit my job, so that's why I stayed. Like I remember still being at Wendy's and people pulling up in the driveway like, aren't you Wigs By May? Like, why are you here? But I do remember like during senior year, I did take a break from Wendy's because it started to get to a point like I couldn't do wigs senior year and work at Wendy's on a weekend. So I took like a leave of absence for like 2 months. I told myself I'm gonna come back to Wendy's after I graduate, and then I went back to Wendy's, and I was there for like 2 weeks, and I worked for like 2 weeks, and my check was like $89. I'm like, hold on, like, no, I'm sitting here working, like, I'm working for 2 days, 8 hours, and I only got $89 when I was making like $200 to $300 off of one wig. Like, I was working all day for $81. I was making, so then that's when I decided, like, okay, yeah, it's time to go. And that was the plan. Like, you never want to quit your job to, like, you want to use your job to start your business, and that's what I did. I did pick up hours to to make the money to put in my business, and that's exactly what I did until I felt comfortable to leave.
And this was during the time of like your break, like stepping away for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, in the beginning too, like I used my Wendy's money to buy stuff like for my business. So, yeah.
Like, what do you feel like at home? Like, would you tell somebody like the importance of the kind of like going through the type of story and everything? It was kind of like you really weren't ashamed to really like have like a regular quote unquote like regular job still, but also trying to start the business at the same time.
Don't be, because a lot of people will quit their job to start their business, and then they're like, things aren't going good, and it's like that. Like you could have used your job. Like everyone got to start somewhere.
Right.
Like you could have used that money to invest in your business. Like you never want to quit until you feel like you're comfortable. And then a lot of people, like, they have these business ideas and they don't even stick with it. Like you quit your job or you dropped out of school and you didn't even stick with your business. And like it's okay to have this idea, but you never know if it's really for you and if it's really what you want to do till you start like really making progress. And so that's why I always say, like, you want to make sure it's for you before you give up everything to put your all, because it don't always work out like that. It really doesn't. So don't feel ashamed. Like
I was
most
just about to
people
say that.
start like that. Like, so don't feel
People
ashamed.
ashamed they got a job.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like you hear it from like here first. Like you got people coming up here saying like there's nothing wrong with having a job if you like you're really trying to like start something. Because I don't feel like people feel like I understand people want like a story and everything. Like of course you gotta tell somebody like where you started from, like up to the point where you at now and everything. But I feel like people find some type of like being ashamed for having like a regular job, like to start really from the bottom to really get to what you gotta get to.
Yeah, don't feel ashamed at all. Like everybody starts somewhere. Like it's part of the progress, and you can't skip over things because you don't want to go through it, or you're going to feel ashamed. Like that's just not how it works. So,
Trying to skip steps.
yeah.
It's progress. Just gotta follow it.
But coming after like the standpoint of like you're seeing like kind of like the 89 checks and everything, and it's kind of like you're really ready to make that transition. Like when did you really catch like your big break to where like people really start to catch on?
What do you mean, like catch on?
Like catch on to like what you were doing as far as like starting your business with the wigs and everything. Like when did you like kind of like catch on to like everybody really like tuned in to that point?
It was March when I went viral. Like, because at the time, like, a lot of people, I would say a lot of people locally in Jersey support me heavy. Like, but they didn't support me in the beginning. And that's okay. That's usually how it goes. Like just because they're not supporting you, that doesn't mean they're not watching you. So a lot of people was watching me, but then when they started seeing like, oh, okay, like you making progress, like, when they started noticing there's other people from other places starting to support you, then that's when they going to support you. So that's when March hit, that's when people was like, oh snap, like, people going to follow.
Yep.
So when I went viral, that's when people started hopping on the
Start
train.
flocking
Like,
to you.
yeah, and after that, like things have been consistent since March, since I made that post.
What was the first like order that you got like from out of state that kind of surprised you inside the beginning?
Oh my God, it was from Baltimore. It was an order from Baltimore. I was so happy too. Like, and I remember because at the time I didn't even have like packaging, so I remember like being so excited to wrap it up. I put it like in some plastic bag or whatever, and I like wrapped it up. But yeah, my first order was in Baltimore.
Like that's definitely dope and everything. Like, have you really got anything like order wise that's been like out of the country yet? Like any like foreign type of place that would surprise you?
Yeah, I had some orders in Australia, London, and what's so crazy about that? The shipping is expensive there. And this one girl, I remember telling this girl like, because I don't do it just yet. Like I tell people like, I can ship it overseas, but you gotta pay for the shipping because most of the other orders were military bases. So the shipping wasn't so much. But the girl in London, she was like, no, I just want to wait. Her shipping was like $179. She paid for it. She paid for it.
Hey.
What would you kind of tell people is like your day-to-day process? Like what's like kind of like take us inside like your world and everything, like for someone that's trying to get in this industry.
Like how it is right now.
Yeah, like when you collect the order and everything, where you start from.
I wake up and I have an assistant now. She's been my assistant for like 2 months. So I'll tell you like a little bit like what she does now that I have her. But I wake up and I get things prepared for her, and she'll prepare my wig. So that includes like bleaching the knots and washing it, and that itself takes like 3 hours. And I was doing all that by myself, and that's just preparing it. And then I'll like make some wigs during the day, and then around like 5 o'clock, like I'll start packaging up my orders, and then that'll usually be my day unless I still have a lot of work to do after. But like before, I was working like 15 hours a day, like sun up, sun down, sun about to come up. Like I used to work all day. I don't do that anymore because I used to kill myself doing that. But I will say like I always used to say the long nights are worth it. Like that's how it was, especially in high school. Like I would like wake up early for school, come back home, do wigs, don't go back to sleep till 3 o'clock in the morning, and then do it all over again. Like, but like it was worth it though. Like, it was worth it.
Yeah.
Like, is that basically like also like the end goal too? Like, you know, you want to get to a point where like you start hiring like a real big like portion of like staff members for Wigs By May, where it's kind of
Oh,
like
yeah.
you got a full staff now.
Yeah, I'm actually working on having a store, so
Okay.
that's in the making right now. So when everything is done with that, I'll be
It's
hiring.
elite.
Yeah, I'll be hiring more people.
What really like brought the idea like to really branch off and do like a store version now?
So there's not many stores that offer high quality hair and wigs like in South Jersey. Like usually like you have to order online, or like, you know, you can go to the hair store but it's cheap. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want to be that hot spot where you can get high quality hair on hand, and even bundles too. Like there's not many places here that you can go. Like girls are always saying like, who got bundles on here that I can pick up. I want to be that spot. Like right away, you know, like, oh, we going to Wigs By May store.
Guaranteed spot.
Yes. So yeah, and then I'm like, I already have the what's it called? I already have like the attention and stuff like that. So like, you know, Wigs By May come out of the store, oh, we going there.
Right.
So yeah.
It's definitely good.
That was gonna be one of my questions too, and everything. As far as like, you know, like I've seen like the past few years, like this has really been like a dominant industry, like that. Like, so many
Facts.
girls and women like gravitate to and everything. Like, what do you think like has been like the past few years that kind of really brought a spotlight to what you and people like your contemporaries like doing with like the wig industry?
I feel like having wigs that are ready to wear. Like, cause a lot of girls, like, okay, they get wigs from places, but they gotta do them themselves, and that's why like they don't be looking nice, cause not everyone knows how to do it themselves. So I feel like the fact that there's a lot of wig makers that, including me, that do everything for you, so then when you get them, it's, you know, it's on and go, and then you're saving money. You don't have to go pay for to get an install, like, or someone to fix it up, or when you can just pay for the whole price and everything is done. So I feel like that also what made me different too, especially in the beginning, because wigs always been a thing, but I feel like lace fronts and all that lace stuff really started getting big when I started. So that's why I told myself, like, I want people to buy wigs from me that are ready to wear. It comes bleach, wash, styled, plucked, like you get it, you put it on, yes, quick and easy, like, so yeah.
What would you say has kind of been like the high and low moments like through this whole journey of you really kind of like starting your business and kind of like just experiencing like a lot up to this point?
For me, it would be getting overwhelmed. Like getting overwhelmed. Like recently, I was very overwhelmed because I had went viral on TikTok. I had like 8.1 million views, and every time like I do go viral, it gets really overwhelming because, like I said, like this is my second week having an assistant, so everything I was doing myself. So just getting like a lot of emails, and then like it's more than just like doing wigs. Like it's more than that. Like I have to keep up with inventory. I gotta keep up with customer service. Social media itself is a job. Like creating content is a lot. Like that's why them people that make money like on YouTube and TikTok and stuff, like that's a job. Like that really takes time.
It's full time basically.
And then not only recording it, the editing, like it's really hard to keep up with all of that when you're also running a business. So that will be like really like my downfalls, because I never things have always been consistent for me. So like I don't doubt that, you know, the customer's not gonna come. Like I've been past that, but it's just like keeping up with everything can be like draining. Yeah, like stressful. Like sometimes I just,
it's your mental for real.
yeah, sometimes I just want to take a break, and it's like even when I'm not working, like I feel like I still am, because like, you know, my phone is my job. I'm getting messages all the time.
Yeah.
Like I can't even be out on Instagram without someone saying something about like their order or something. So
Asking about like tracking and stuff.
yeah, like stuff like that. So that's the only thing though. But it's a lot. It really is a lot.
You the source though, like.
Yeah.
So like, in order to be the source, you gotta handle what comes with it.
Yeah.
But it's great to see you like really doing this for real. Cause a lot of people that try to do what you try to do, like they always talk about it, but they never put in the consistency and work. Like how you were saying, you've been doing this since you were 17. People are gonna skip past that and think like, oh, she just got it on.
She just got on at the moment type.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. When you've been putting the work in, and that's why people need to know who you are and what you represent about when it comes to making wigs and what it's really about.
Yeah.
Like what's kept you grounded to this point? Like, is there like a certain person or just kind of like things that you kind of do like in your daily that like keeps you like kind of like level-headed with everything that goes on?
Not really. I feel like they'll like, to be completely honest, I feel like because a lot of people say like what keeps me motivated, what keeps me going, and that's kind of like your question, right?
Yeah.
So for me, everything happens so fast for me that, like I said, it's always been consistent, and I've always had customers, so I don't really have the time to not be motivated or just want to give up, like, because I have orders, like I have people relying on me, like I can't just not, like, don't get me wrong, like, you know, being unmotivated is going to come, but I can't stay like that because I'm already up and everything happens so fast. Like that's like I don't know, Beyonce just not wanting to do stuff anymore. Like you can't, like you're Beyonce. So for me, like, yeah, like everything just happens so fast. I can't just, you know, like I'm already up. I can't just not want to not do it anymore. And I feel like my supporters though, like I have people that look up to me.
Right.
Like I have people that look up to me and they really keep me going for real. Like the feedback keeps me going, so I can't just not.
Shout out to the supporters, man.
Shout out to the
Yeah,
supporters that
no,
keep
for
you
real.
going.
For real. Are the true ones for real.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the real shit, man. What's
Yeah.
been the biggest and best purchase that you've bought at this point when the money really starts flowing in?
I would say probably my car.
You car?
Yeah.
New whip.
Yeah, my car. I have a 2019 Toyota GT86 TRD. That'd probably be like the biggest purchase. Other than that, like I don't really spend my money like that. Like I don't really buy like design. I'm not materialistic, so yeah. Other than that, like my car was the biggest purchase. Yeah.
What would you kind of say is kind of like the real like big goals that you want to kind of get accomplished as like the business continues to keep growing, and like kind of like maybe some milestones that you want to reach like within like the coming years?
The store, I want that to be like successful. Like I want people coming in and out. Like I want people to be able to come in, try on a wig, like try on different wigs and leave with a nice wig. Like, so that's like the biggest thing right now. But other than that, like I always just go with the flow. I just go with the flow.
That's good. I mean, when you have your goals and, you know, get the story, like you're going to be one of the first people. Like, you're basically a pioneer right now.
Yeah.
Like doing this in this industry, like a wig making, you know, everybody got their little side gig or business, but you really pushing it like, to the next level. So like now, you're saying now people, you got a lot of people, you got to give people what they want, and that's more wigs.
Yeah. So I need more assistance.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna come though. Cause
Yeah.
the way you working right now, it's just gonna like people just gonna be like, damn, I'm trying to get like her. Like you just said, you was motivating people every day. It's just gonna like, it's gonna leave like a mark on people.
Yeah.
I don't know, like that's what
Oh,
happens.
it does. It's crazy, dude. The way that people are obsessed with me is crazy. It's cool though, but it's crazy because I would have never thought.
Like you said, like with the fame and everything, like, you know, like that happened like so fast and everything. Like, could you have imagined like when you was like
I would have people looking up to me. Like I remember there was a point in time in my life where I wanted to fit in, stuff like that. And I feel like when you try to fit in, you start making stupid decisions, stuff like that. So then there was a time where I just fell back. I'm like, I'm gonna just focus on me, and it's like now it's like I'm the person that I would have looked up to when I was younger. So
That's great.
it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. I think about that all the time. It's crazy.
Would you ever think about like something you would tell like your younger self, like you being at the stage where like right now and everything? What would you kind of like tell your younger self about like the future you?
Be patient. That's a big thing. One thing that like sticks with me that kind of relates is I remember being young, like I said, like I didn't have everything, and I wanted what other people had. Like I remember I didn't even have. I remember when iPhones were just a thing, and I wanted an iPhone. I didn't really have my first phone until like high school, but I remember iPhones was a thing, and Hollister and Abercrombie. Like I wanted all of that. I remember all of that, and I remember begging like my parents, and I remember my dad saying like, just wait, and I would tell my younger self that again, because it's like I wanted all that, and now I have everything I need. Like I have everything. Like I can buy anything I want now. Like so, yeah. Like just wait, and I'll tell that to everyone. Like you just have to, like if you really want something, like just wait for it. Just wait for it. When you like fall back from wanting it so bad, and you just let time go, like it's gonna come.
Yeah.
Like when you like, 'cause that whole thing like applies like patience and everything. So it's kind of like, you know, what would you tell somebody like right now about like kind of like patience and like someone that like they want the quick fame right now, they want everything to happen. Like
Everybody want the quick fame.
Like they want it now. They don't really want to wait and go through the whole process, and like they're trying to like rush the end goal. Like what would you tell somebody as far as like keeping like a level-headed patience?
I don't know. I will say time flies. Time flies, and that's why being consistent is patient, because like I said, time flies. Like you want to fly with it, or you want to let it fly by you. So whatever you do want, you have to be consistent at getting there, because like I said, like if you worrying about where you're not at for 6 months, you could be where you want to be 6 months later. Because a lot of people worry about time, like, but it's like you either gonna be mad for that time that you're not there, or you just gonna go with the time and get there, like, because it's gonna move either way. Like time is gonna move either way, so you just have to, whatever you want to do, you have to be consistent. And I'm so big on that, because it's like if you fall off, if you're not being consistent and you fall off, it's always gonna be harder trying to get back. And then once you get back, you're gonna be worrying like, damn, where would I be if I didn't take a break, or where would I be if I didn't stop? So that's why you have to keep going, because time is going to keep going. So you want to fly with it, or you want to let it fly by you.
Right. That's great words.
Like I couldn't say any better
Right.
than that.
What's one idea that you had this week? Like some idea that you just came up with this week.
Ooh, that's a good one. I want to do a marketing brunch. So I am going to do it though. But I want to have like a marketing brunch where like, you know, I'm like selling tickets or whatever, and I want girls to come in. I want to be like a girl thing where we all like dressing up like business women, looking nice, and I basically want to in the brunch, like I want it to be like food or whatever, but I want to talk to the audience, like basically like give a class on marketing, like the behind the scenes from just making wigs. Like I want to teach on how you can extend your audience and stuff like that. Like, and because like I said, with business, I feel like with anything you want to do, like the internet is free. You just have to know how to use it. You just have to know how to work with it.
God.
And like there's billions of people on the internet. You have that free access right there. You just have to know how to market yourself, because like I said, like that, whatever business you're trying to do, you have to understand that social media is going to be your job too. And it's a lot of people who are very talented, but their talent's not out there because they don't know how to work with that. Like they don't know how to work with social media, and that's so important. Like I'm telling you, all you need is one viral post, one viral video. Like that's literally how I started. I posted one TikTok, and then the thing is, I didn't even know that it was gonna go. I wasn't even gonna do it because I'm thinking that I'm gonna look dumb. That's another thing. A lot of people, they be too worried about people like, oh, they probably gonna think I'm corny for posting this, but you never know. That Twitter post that I thought it was corny, but I did it anyway, and I literally went to have no money to having thousands of dollars the next day.
They're scared of making mistakes.
Yeah, but that's gonna come with it though.
Yep.
But yeah, that's why I want to do the marketing bridge, because I want to teach people like basically how to use social media as your advantage. So yeah, that was my idea.
No, it sounds like a seminar almost. Like you're kind of like you're teaching like almost like the same thing. Like, like while you learn like through your whole journey and everything, you can just reapply that whole thing to kind of like another grand scheme, like audience type situation.
The fans.
Like I said, like she's the one that's really
doing it right now.
And I feel like the best way we can really end this is by, if somebody who's watching right now, they're an admirer of Wigs By May, and they're kind of seeing your whole story of how you kind of got to the point you're at right now, trying to be, if not better, next year and everything. What's the biggest advice you leave with?
Be consistent. I'm always gonna say that. Like, be consistent. That's really my biggest advice.
Consistency is key. It's literally the best thing you can have for somebody, because if somebody wants something from you and you're not giving it to them when they want it, and it's like they can't rely on you.
Yup.
Then it becomes, oh well, I'm gonna go to someone else who can rely on. I can rely on.
Yup. Yeah, people pay attention to that. Like, if you're not, like, say like on social media, like if you're not keeping up with your followers or whoever you working with, they're gonna forget about you and they're gonna go to the next person. That's why you have to stay up to date on whatever you're doing. You have to build an audience and keep the audience, but you're not if you want to be falling off. So that's why being consistent is so important. And then like you grow, you learn over that time, like, but you're not if you're going to take a break. You're not, because it's always harder to get back on track. It always is.
Yep.
And then even if you are back on track, it's hard to get back in that groove where you happy again, because then you're just gonna be thinking about
where you could have been.
Yeah, where you could have been. So that's why, like, anything you want to do, keep doing it, because you never know where you're going to be 6 months from now.
Swallow that pride.
Yup. Yes. Yeah.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes as you go through the journey of whatever, any occupation you're trying to do.
Yeah, that's part of the progress. Like, if you're feeling like stressed, unmotivated, or whatever, that is normal. Everyone that is successful has went through that. That is normal human emotions. Like, everyone has went through that, but you can't stay there. Okay, it's okay to go through that. Allow yourself to go through it, but you can't stay there. So yeah, but it's normal. I go through it. I was just there 2 weeks ago, so. But you just gotta get back on your feet. That's all.
Right. Bounce back even stronger.
Yeah.
You already got the blueprint. So
Do what you gotta do.
right, for real, that's our motto, for real, man.
That's our motto, man. Stay consistent and really just kind of let the journey be what it's gonna be, and just keep doing what you gotta do to make sure that you can reach your end goal inside a consistent way.
Yup.
Stay focused on what you need to do. Stop worrying about other people.
Oh, yo, that's big, yo. Oh my God, like I knew y'all was about to close, but let me touch on that.
Get it off.
Like, yo, like when you worry about other people, because I've been there. When you worry about other people, yo, that like takes your focus on you and what you're doing. Like I said, I've been there. It was someone that it was a wig maker. And I'm not ashamed to say this because I feel like we all been there, but it was a wig maker that, you know, like I was worried about what she's doing. Like I was seeing her posts and stuff like that and seeing her numbers, like, damn, I wish I was there. But me, I noticed every time when I was worried about her, I noticed that I was in a dark space. And I started falling off from what I need to do. So that's why it's so important when you start, I feel like being unmotivated and stuff like that, I feel like that comes from not worrying about yourself. That comes from worrying about other people and being like, damn, like I wish I was there, or worrying about like where you're not. That's when you start to feel like, you know, like unmotivated. So you have to, and if that starts to happen, you gotta block those people out. Like I literally, like I didn't block the wig maker, but I just like muted her stuff because I'm like, you know what, like she's really good at what she does, but I'm too worried about why I'm not where she is, and that's making me lose my touch. So I actually had to mute her, and like, you know, I started worrying about me. So that's so important. Like, don't worry about other people because everyone has a different timeline, for real. So that's big. You know, I just wanted to say that because I went through that.
Yeah,
No, that's a big key thing. Like you gotta eliminate distractions.
Yes.
If you, like I said, if you get too focused and worrying about what others got going on and everything, you're gonna find yourself being 10 steps back from where you was originally at by continuing to kind of like not be inside your own space and let what you're supposed to be doing get to us. I can't worry about the next man because his story, his journey, everything, that's not my life.
Yup.
So I gotta stay consistent with what I gotta do.
Yup.
exactly.
That's big.
Everybody trying to do everybody else shit. Trying to jump into each lane and shit. But like I was just saying earlier, I was saying like people who want to really get good at one thing, do that one thing to your best ability. Don't try to do multiple things and think you're going to be the best at both of the things, because you're not going to be able to put as much time as you would be able to put in one thing. So at the end of the day, if you're good at one thing, stick to it.
Yup. That's big.
Do what you gotta do, man.
So what you got to say to your fans out there, you know, across the world?
Oh my God, I really love you guys. Like, y'all are so crazy. Like, y'all don't even know. Like, oh my God. It's like some people be saying to me like, oh my God, like I was so sad. Like you just made my day. Like it's so crazy, but like that really makes me happy. Like seeing that like I mean so much to people. Like I brighten your day. And you guys really keep me going. Like y'all don't even know. Like you guys are the reason why I do keep going, because it's like, wow, I have people looking up to me. So I really appreciate every single one of you guys. And yeah, like just watch my journey. Like this is my first interview. So like listen, y'all, like a couple years from now, like I'm gonna be doing bigger interviews. So
Saying you heard it here first.
you
On the
watching my
CRTV
journey.
podcast.
Yes, y'all watching my journey. So
And that's the thing. We appreciate you for pulling up.
Facts,
and,
facts.
Like, giving people a chance to kind of like see your whole story and kind of like let people know, like, you know, what you did, everything up to this point to kind of like let you be the person that you are and everything. So I appreciate you taking the time.
yeah,
to
of
Facts.
course. They gonna watch too. They gonna watch.
Just believe, yo. Shout out to all the subscribers.
Shout out to all the subscribers, man.
Shout out to everybody that's been watching, you know. We got, you know, the GOAT in the building right now, you know what I'm saying, for Wigs. If you need a wig, you know, already know who to hit up.
You already know who to talk to. My brother DJ Zay, man. What should they be expecting us from Colossal, man?
Man, they got a lot expecting from Colossal, man. We got a lot coming, man. We got the new building we about to be out of.
Yeah, absolutely.
New studio.
New studio.
Come on, we about to be lit, man. You know what I'm saying? We got the tapes coming out, new projects looking up. Keep streaming that Born with a Dream. Keep streaming that Proving Grounds beat tape. You know,
to wake up,
Trillers. Everything's on the website. So if you want to get everything, all the exclusives, email us. You know, on the website. Hit us up. Merch count coming up. Everything. So if you need to contact us, just hit us up on the website. We're gonna get back to you.
We'll get back to you as soon as possible, man. It's your boy Swaggy T.
It's your boy DJ Zay.
May.
We out.
We out.